Good morning. I am looking forward to bringing you success principle number 5 in our series of 9 success code principles. And today's principle is embrace sales. Embrace sales. Wow, that's a big job. Without sales, we know that our company cannot survive. And yet a lot of times what I find with owners is that they really don't particularly like sales. Some of you will love it, but there's many others that have never enjoyed the aspect of selling what it is that they do. And what they have a tendency to do then is they ignore it. They either bring on salespeople that don't do a good job and they don't know how to manage them, or they just let it go and hope that business comes their way. So it's so very important that as an owner, you embrace this aspect of selling, okay? So here are 5 best practices that I heard over and over and over again during my interviews that should help you embrace sales. Okay, the first one is to make sure that you have a sales process that's documented and that everybody else is following. So what does that mean? Well, you want to go through and really identify what are the steps that someone is going to go through when they buy something from you. What's the best way to handle that? Get that written down and then make sure that all of the salespeople are following that path. Because when you do that, you know what works and what doesn't work, versus again, just kind of knee-jerk reaction, doing it the way everybody does is a little bit differently, and you can't figure out how to really turn it into duplication of efforts, okay? So first is that. The second best practice is to go through and rate the quality of your existing customers as A, B, C, or D. Now a D client is going to be the ones that you want to get rid of them. They're horrible to work with. Your A clients are going to be your best customers. They refer you to people, they pay on time, they're fantastic to work with. You want to rank them all, and then you want to figure out a way to even get more out of your A's and B's. Maybe can you move your C's up, and how do you eject your D's? You got to have a plan for that to make sure that you are super profitable with those people that you are selling to. The third best practice is to make sure that you're staying in touch with your current customers at least once a month. You know, they say out of sight, out of mind, and that's exactly the truth. So you want to make sure that in one way, shape, or form, whether that is a newsletter, paper newsletter, email newsletter, social media, phone calls, the old-fashioned way, you're dripping on them with some sort of a card or whatever, somehow keep in touch with your customers every single month. The next best practice is making sure that your sales team is responsible for sales projections. Have them talk to you. What do they think they could do? Going through their pipeline and that sort of thing, and putting, again, the responsibility and the accountability onto the salesperson for their projections, as well as following through and getting them done. If they make the goal, there's a better chance they're going to hit it. And the last one is to monitor and to track all of your leads, your conversion rates, your average dollar sale, all of the sales stats that you should be keeping. You need to monitor those and keep track so that you can use them for training purposes and to improve. So again, those are the 5 best practices that you can use in order to embrace sales. Now you need to analyze, how are we doing in this area? What are we doing well? Where do we need improvement? And today, decide some sort of an action step. Maybe you'll work with somebody in your sales department. What's one thing that you can start doing to move yourselves forward and improving your company? So that's it for today. Till next time, have a great afternoon.